Have you ever wondered why some men can attract the attention of any woman without relying on looks, money, or status? The secret isn't in these external factors. It's in how they communicate. High-value men possess a secret weapon, and it's not what you might think. Their words have the power to leave a lasting impression, making women remember them even when they're no longer around. In today's video, I'll reveal how to speak in a way that makes a woman think about you long after the conversation is over. This isn't magic, it's a powerful strategy that can completely change how you interact with women. Pay close attention, because what you're about to learn will permanently transform the way you communicate with women. But before we dive in, I want to thank you for your constant support. Creating videos like this and reading the heartfelt comments you leave brings me so much joy, and I make sure to read each and every one of them. If this is your first time here, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons so YouTube can share this video with others like you. Now, let's begin this journey of exploration and transformation. Number 1. The power of first impressions, laying the foundation for long-lasting attraction. First impressions are the key to determining the level of attraction and setting the stage for lasting impact. High-value men understand that a first impression isn't just a fleeting moment. It can spark curiosity, desire, and leave a strong imprint on someone's mind. They don't make the common mistake of trying to impress through flashiness or overcompensating. Here are the specific elements that give first impressions their power. 1. Subtle impressions, right from the start. A high-value man knows that a first impression doesn't come from showboating or trying to immediately conquer attention. Instead, he focuses on creating a subtle and deep connection, leaving a woman thinking about him long after the encounter. Just like Stoic philosophy teaches us to control what we can, these men focus on controlling how they present themselves, from body language to tone of voice and eye contact. This sets the foundation for long-lasting attraction. The initial impression doesn't end with the conversation, but lingers in the other person's memory because of the comfort and safety they create. Example: instead of rushing to dominate the conversation with flashy remarks, a high-value man typically starts with a calm presence. He listens to the other person attentively, creating a sense of security. This sparks curiosity, naturally making the other person want to learn more about him. 2. The unspoken language of confidence. Confidence isn't about speaking loudly or trying to appear tough. It shows in the smallest details, how a man stands, walks, and views the world. A high-value man doesn't need to prove his worth through words. True confidence is expressed through a straight posture, purposeful stride, and a calm, clear voice. Stoic philosophy emphasizes this as well. Controlling yourself in the smallest actions is what sets you apart. Example: when a high-value man walks into a room, he doesn't need to say anything, but the way he moves, his upright posture, and the calmness in his gaze create an atmosphere that naturally draws attention. His slow, deliberate pace of speech makes the other person feel like they're speaking to someone who is fully in control of the situation. Confidence in speech isn't about being loud or trying to assert dominance. It's about calmness and clear intent in every word. Women are often attracted to men who don't feel the need to prove themselves with every sentence. Instead of filling the space with constant chatter, controlled silence becomes a subtle weapon. A high-value man knows he doesn't have to talk too much to make an impression. He's not afraid of pauses in the conversation because he understands that these moments allow the other person to reflect and truly absorb what's been shared. This silence isn't empty. It creates a meaningful space, sparking curiosity and a desire to continue the conversation. Often she will be the one to fill that space, and in doing so, she'll become more engaged, more interested, and eager to impress you in return. Using silence effectively not only creates a sense of calm, but also makes you stand out and seem irresistibly intriguing. It shows you're confident, not pressured to talk non-stop, and that's a powerful natural attraction. 3. Emotional control. The resilient attraction. Emotional control is one of the most powerful forms of attraction. Women by nature seek safety and stability in a man, and this is best demonstrated by how he manages his emotions. A high-value man isn't easily shaken by teasing or light challenges. Instead of reacting defensively or getting angry, he might smile gently or turn the situation into a playful challenge, showing that he's fully in control and not easily swayed by negative emotions. This emotional resilience creates an undeniable allure. It shows he can face pressure without faltering, a quality women often seek, even subconsciously. Every conversation, every tense moment, is an opportunity for a man to showcase his emotional maturity, and this leaves a lasting impression. When you don't react hastily or explosively, she begins to see you in a different light, a calm, composed man who is, above all, confident. Confidence doesn't come from trying to please or chasing after the other person's emotions, but from your ability to control your own. This makes you stand out from the crowd of men who can be easily provoked or who try too hard to impress. Not only are you in control of yourself, but you're also in control of the situation, and that's what makes you more attractive than ever. The power of subtle gestures. A high-value man doesn't need flashy actions to draw attention. Subtle gestures like a firm handshake, focused eye contact, or a gentle smile while listening carry far more weight than words. Women are often very attuned to body language, and these gestures can leave a strong, lasting impression. Example: when shaking hands, a high-value man keeps a firm grip, not too strong, accompanied by a light smile and maintains eye contact. This simple gesture not only shows politeness, but also makes the other person feel respected and valued. In conclusion, the power of first impressions isn't just about making a momentary impact, it's about laying the foundation for lasting attraction. A high-value man makes his mark not through flashy actions, but by confidently expressing himself, controlling his emotions, and using subtle gestures. Stoic philosophy teaches that mastering oneself, even in the smallest ways, is key to building deep and lasting connections. These qualities make a man memorable and attract others not just through his appearance, but through his inner strength and attitude. Number 2, the art of mystery, the attraction of incompleteness. In today's world, where everything can be shared widely on social media, the art of mystery often feels underrated. High-value men understand that revealing too much too soon can kill interest and curiosity in conversations. Women are naturally drawn to things they don't fully understand, and that's the key to maintaining long-term intrigue. According to Stoic philosophy, control over emotions and behavior is essential, and mystery is a vital part of controlling how others perceive you. 1. Curiosity is a powerful tool. Psychologically, when something isn't fully explained, our brain is driven to seek closure. A high-value man uses this by revealing just enough information to spark curiosity without fully satisfying it. Just as Stoic philosophers believe we should master our emotions, this man masters the conversation and controls what he shares. Example: when asked, "What do you do for a living?" instead of giving a straightforward answer, he might say, "My job is pretty interesting, but it's also complicated. I really enjoy it." This response leaves questions in her mind, making her think and want to learn more. As Stoicism teaches, true control comes from not revealing everything, but leaving something for others to discover on their own. 2. Purposeful ambiguity. Mystery isn't about dodging questions aimlessly. It's the art of holding back just enough information to spark curiosity. A high-value man doesn't need to share everything about his life right away. He knows that the less he reveals, the more she'll be intrigued and start imagining what's left unsaid. Example: when asked about his hobbies, instead of listing them all, he might say, "I'm working on a really exciting project right now, but I'll share more next time." This answer not only keeps the conversation going, but also builds anticipation for the next meeting. This aligns with the Stoic philosophy of mastering patience, not rushing to reveal everything, but letting things unfold slowly, creating a natural sense of attraction. 3. Creating depth with strategic silence. In conversations, silence can sometimes create positive tension. A high-value man understands when to remain silent to let the other person reflect on what was just said. This silence not only boosts his confidence, but also creates a moment of emotional connection that words can't always achieve. Example: after asking an interesting question or making a profound statement, the man might pause, letting the silence linger for a few seconds. This quiet moment will make her think more deeply about the conversation and how she feels about you. Similar to Stoic philosophy, where one masters silence and reflection, this creates a stronger sense of control in communication. 4. Playing the long game. Patience brings reward. Mystery has its own unique power, but it only works effectively when paired with patience. You don't need to reveal everything in the first meeting. A high-value man understands that long-term attraction doesn't come from immediate displays, but from a gradual process of discovery, building a stronger allure over time. Rather than rushing, he reveals small pieces of himself, little by little. Each encounter is a small glimpse of who he is. This not only keeps her intrigued, but also makes her curious and eager to learn more after each conversation. By not showing all your cards at once, she'll naturally think about you between meetings, trying to uncover the parts of you that remain hidden. This gradual revelation creates a sweet tension and a sense of anticipation. Every time you're not around, she'll think about you more, wanting to understand you better. Mystery not only keeps her coming back, but also fuels her desire to uncover each layer of your personality, deepening the attraction. The key to being captivating lies in making her feel like you aren't a book to be read in one sitting, but a journey to be explored. Every step forward in the relationship leaves her wanting more, making you unforgettable, even when you're not present. Number 3. Emotional impact. The art of creating deep connections. If you find something useful or inspiring in this video, feel free to hit the subscribe button and give us a thumbs up. We'd love to hear your thoughts, even just a quick "keep it up" in the comments. Words can easily be arranged, and anyone can engage in casual conversation. But what truly sets a high-value man apart is his ability to evoke strong emotions in every interaction. He understands that it's not just about what is said, but about how he makes the other person feel. Women, being emotional beings, often remember the feeling a man creates more than what he actually said. That's why high-value men focus on how they make her feel, because emotions are what create long-lasting and deep connections in any conversation. 1. It's not just the words, but the feelings. Left behind, words may be forgotten, but the emotions you stir up will be remembered. A high-value man knows that women aren't just attracted to clever words. They're drawn to the feelings they have after each conversation. This reflects the control taught in Stoic philosophy. Rather than focusing solely on words, he controls his emotions to project a confidence and calmness that others can feel. Example: he doesn't waste time on endless small talk. After starting the conversation, he quickly dives into meaningful topics, exploring what truly makes her come alive. He asks questions about her passions, values, and what makes her feel special. By tapping into her core emotions, he creates highs and lows in the conversation that fully engage her. 2. Asking thought-provoking and emotional questions. One of the most powerful ways to create a deep emotional experience is by asking questions that make her truly reflect and feel. A high-value man doesn't stop at shallow questions like, "What's your favorite color?" or "Where do you work?" Instead, he knows how to dig deeper with questions like, "What's something you're truly passionate about that not many people know?" Or, "What's the most exciting moment you've had in the past year?" These questions not only take the conversation beyond the surface, but also force her to think and connect with her own emotions. By asking such thoughtful questions, you not only encourage her to reflect on personal experiences, but also create a unique sense of connection. She'll feel that you genuinely care about understanding her on a deeper level, something that's rare in the fast-paced world of dating, where most conversations remain superficial. The depth of your questions doesn't just help evoke emotions, it also builds a strong bond. She'll remember you not just for an interesting conversation, but for the feeling of being heard and understood. This leaves a lasting impression, keeping you on her mind even when you're not around. 3. Using storytelling to evoke emotion. A high-value man knows that storytelling isn't just about sharing information, it's a way to stir deep emotions. Every story he tells has a clear purpose, not to brag or impress with achievements, but to create an emotional connection. It's not about how big or small the story is, but how it touches the listener's feelings. When you want to create a sense of adventure, tell her about a spontaneous trip or a time you tried something new and exciting. If you want to evoke vulnerability, share a personal challenge you overcame. The key is to make your story relatable and emotional, so she feels something while listening, not just listening for understanding. This isn't about impressing her with your successes. It's about helping her connect to the emotions within the story. When the conversation ends, she'll remember not just the content of what you said, but how you made her feel. This is how to leave a deep impression and create emotions that will stay with her long after. Creating memorable, emotional hooks. An emotional hook is a standout moment in the conversation that she'll remember long after everything is over. These are the highlights that make a difference and keep you in her mind. A high-value man knows how to subtly and strategically plant these emotional hooks. It could be a well-timed compliment, a light-hearted joke, or even a shared laugh that makes the moment unforgettable. For example, instead of offering generic compliments about her appearance, you can make her feel truly understood by complimenting something deeper about her personality. "I really admire your passion for a specific topic. It's rare to meet someone with such enthusiasm." This compliment not only touches on what makes her unique, but also shows that you're listening and genuinely care. A thoughtful compliment like this doesn't just create an immediate positive emotion, but also makes her remember you later. Whenever she thinks back on that moment, it will rekindle the positive feelings she experienced during your conversation. These emotional hooks build a strong connection, making you an unforgettable presence in her mind. Number 4. The power of absence, the art of push-pull emotions. Understanding. The push-pull dynamic is one of the key secrets that allows a high-value man to create lasting attraction. This isn't about playing mind games, it's the art of balancing presence and absence. High-value men know the importance of distance. When used at the right time, absence has incredible power in maintaining emotions and building anticipation. 1. Understanding the push-pull dynamic and the importance of space. A high-value man understands that too much attention can diminish its value. Stoic philosophy reminds us of the importance of balance in life, and this applies to relationships as well. After creating a great interaction, he doesn't cling or try to hold on too tightly. Instead, he steps back, creating the necessary space for the other person to reflect and feel. Example: after an exciting conversation, he doesn't follow up with a series of messages. Instead, he leaves some space, allowing her to think about the conversation, to think about him, and to start recalling the positive feelings. Just as Stoic philosophy advises not to cling to things outside of our control, the high-value man controls his emotions by letting anticipation and desire grow naturally. 2. Why over-communicating kills attraction. In an era of constant messaging, it's easy to fall into the trap of over-communicating. A high-value man knows that always being available, always responding instantly, leaves no room for longing, no mystery to nurture curiosity and anticipation. Stoic philosophy teaches us not to let our emotions be controlled by external forces, and over-communication is one of the quickest ways to break attraction. Example: instead of texting immediately after every encounter, he might wait a few hours or even a day before responding. This isn't about being rude, it's about creating a gap that introduces a subtle sense of uncertainty, sparking curiosity. What's he doing? Why hasn't he responded yet? This uncertainty makes her think about him and look forward to his reply. 3. The art of leaving her wanting more. A high-value man always knows how to end an interaction at the emotional high point, leaving the other person wanting more. Rather than dragging out a conversation to the point of boredom, he knows when to stop. This not only leaves a strong impression, but also builds excitement for the next encounter. Stoic philosophy teaches that we shouldn't cling too tightly to the present, but leave something for the future, as the value of anticipation can foster positive emotions. Example: after a great conversation, he doesn't linger when he feels the conversation might start to drag. Instead, he says, "I'd love to keep this conversation going, but I've got to go. Let's continue next time." This goodbye not only ends on a positive note, but also leaves her feeling a bit unsatisfied, making her look forward to the next encounter. In summary, the power of absence is a subtle yet powerful tool that helps maintain emotions and attraction. A high-value man understands that it's not constant presence that creates allure, but rather distance, control, and leaving a bit of mystery that allows emotions to grow stronger. Just as Stoic philosophy reminds us to control ourselves and not be dependent on external circumstances, strategic absence in a relationship is a way to create lasting and deeper attraction. 5. Reconnecting. The art of returning at the right time. After creating space for her to think about you, reconnecting is a crucial step in maintaining and deepening the relationship. A high-value man doesn't rush this process. He has a clear strategy for when and how to re-enter her life. Timing is everything. If you reach out too soon, you might lose the allure and anticipation. But if you wait too long, you risk losing the emotional connection. The key here is to find the perfect moment, when she misses you just enough, but hasn't yet been distracted by someone else. To do this, you need to be attuned to reading emotions and situations. A high-value man doesn't just send a meaningless message. When he reconnects, he does so with clear intention, often reigniting a special moment from a previous conversation to rekindle the emotions that were created. For example, instead of simply saying, "Hey, how are you?" you might refer to something she shared like, "How's that project you were working on coming along? I still remember what you said. It was really interesting." Thoughtful reconnections like this show that you genuinely care about who she is on the inside, not just her appearance or surface-level conversations. You demonstrate that you listened and remembered what's important to her. This sets you apart, because in the fast-paced world of dating, few people take the time to be this considerate and attentive. A high-value man always builds on the emotional connection already established, making each interaction more meaningful. This type of reconnection not only strengthens the relationship, but also makes her miss you more when you're not around. It shows that you're not just looking for a shallow relationship, but you're building something deep and genuine. Women will definitely sense this, making them want to maintain that connection with you over the long term. Stoic philosophy teaches that controlling what's within our power and letting go of what's beyond our control is key to peace and success. When applied to relationships, you can't control her emotions or thoughts, but you can control the timing and way you reconnect. Instead of anxiously rushing to reach out to ensure she hasn't forgotten you, a high-value man is patient, waiting for the right moment, and acts only when it feels meaningful. He isn't driven by pressure or worry, but remains calm, knowing that patience and self-control are the keys to a lasting relationship. Conclusion: communication goes beyond words. Communication is not just about the words you say, but about how you create emotional depth, mystery, and anticipation in each interaction. A high-value man doesn't simply use words to exchange information. He leaves a lasting impression. This comes not only from what he says, but from his self-control in communication, a core principle of Stoic philosophy. According to Stoic philosophy, while we can't control how others think of us, we can control how we conduct ourselves. A high-value man understands that instead of chasing or trying to impress others, he chooses to control himself and lets others naturally gravitate towards him. He doesn't need to talk excessively or try too hard. Instead, he focuses on creating value from within and lets his confidence and calmness shine through in every word and action. When he reconnects, he does so with intention and meaning, never rushing or letting emotions take control. Like a Stoic, he is patient and self-possessed, knowing the right time to act and creating a subtle space for the other person to reflect and think about him. By mastering these techniques, focusing less on the outcome and more on your behavior, you'll notice that women are naturally drawn to you. The confidence and emotional control you display in each moment are the most important factors, and most importantly, they will remember you even when you're not around, because like a Stoic, a high-value man doesn't chase or depend on anyone. He attracts others through the strength of his own character. Thank you for joining Philosophic Stoic today. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any valuable insights on applying Stoicism to modern life. Don't forget to watch the next video to continue enriching your life with Stoic wisdom. Thank you for being a part of our community. Until next time, stay wise and stay serene.